Hail Sorcerers, Rude here, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Archives of the Realm. Today is just a brief video. I wanted to share something with you that I've been working on behind the scenes, and it's something that I'm really excited about because I want to give this to the community so that you can start to track your cards, your products, and keep a tally of everything that you've collected as you've gone through alpha and now into beta. So before we get to how you can get access to this tracking spreadsheet and what you can do to get your hands on it, I'd like to walk through the sheet itself, talk a little bit about the different features and functions that we've included, and then at the end we'll get into how you can actually get one yourself. As you can see, we've broken it down into a number of different rows and columns as typical, you would see for spreadsheets. And within the first column here, I wanted to include a sum feature, so instead of manually summing up the total number of foils and non-foils that you've had, it's an auto sum feature. So instead of altering all three of these numbers, you can just plug it in and it will automatically calculate the total for you. We tried to create the spreadsheet in a way that mirrors the actual card layout. So card name being first, giving us the opportunity to sort by card name alphabetically, but then moving through to some of the other key features. So in addition to tracking cards, we wanted this to be a helpful tool to just be able to build decks and look through the different cards you have, see special things about them like mana cost, elemental threshold. Curiosa is really great for that, but sometimes you don't have access to internet or you just want a copy for the cards that you have. In addition to that, mana cost and elemental threshold being two primary really important features, included multiple options for tracking the elemental affinity. Some folks like drop-down boxes, so if you'd like to use a drop-down box to track the elemental affinities for the different cards, you can use that. For these, I actually used composite colors based off of the actual ratio of the different elemental affinities for those sites. So they're not as beautiful as I was hoping, and I really wish I could have an awesome clear gradient between air, earth, fire, and water. These are actually the color gradients combined for and mixed for the actual colors in game. For those who don't really want to use a drop-down box or maybe potentially want to export this to your own Excel file, I did include separate columns that you would be able to sort by alphabetically to give you the option to see all the different elements discretely. And this is also a nice visual way if you like to see everything kind of structured and stratified differently than a drop-down box. And again, the drop-downs in Excel, if you were to export this, don't have the same level of specificity, so the colors wouldn't show up, and I've noticed some issues converting it into a normal Excel file. So we wanted to leave these columns here for folks that wanted just to have a more traditional Excel experience. Then we move into power rating. One of the things that I really wanted to include as well is type and subtype. The type and subtype, I think we oftentimes think of cards as minions, but as you're deck building, you may want to have theme decks. So for instance, if you're going to be using the King of the Realm, we'll scroll down here, and you have a special ability, which we have links directly to all of the Curiosa.io website card links. All other mortals you control get +1. So now you can easily sort by type, and we can go to subtype and shift that up to see how many mortals that we would have access to. And finally, for deck building and just for general tracking purposes, rarity is really fun to look at. So here we see our different rarities broken down. As I just demonstrated, each card has a direct link to the Curiosa.io entry for that card. And that's something that I just went through and tried to do my best to ensure that all of those are accurate. I also have included all of the promotional cards. Here we see cards that may not have any gameplay value, but there potentially will be cards with gameplay value like this Critical Strike Box Topper promo. So for each of the promotional cards, I included the card name itself as well as where you were able to receive the promo. For those of the cards that do have access to gameplay, such as Critical Strike here, We'll do a brief demonstration going to Curiosa again. You can actually shift down here and click the promotional box topper, and that'll show you the art for that specific card. So one of the other things that I wanted to highlight, in addition to tracking our cards, I've got separate tabs on the bottom. Alpha being cards that we currently have access to, but beta being the one that we're going to be getting access to within the next week. So I went through and took out all of the cards that would be removed to our knowledge so far from Alpha, replaced it with cards that we know will be introduced with beta. So an example here being the Alpha Investments promo, Witherwing Hero, also changing the different avatars that we know are going to be shifted out. And wanted to let you know that I'll be actively updating this spreadsheet as beta is released to update any changes that we might see from the alpha to beta product. For collectors out there, I did also include a sealed product tab where you can track your sealed products, as well as an accessories tab where you'd be able to track your accessories. Again, this will be updated as we get more information about the different products that are going to be released, but wanted to give the community something that they could use to really start tracking their products early on in the life cycle of the game. We know it's really hard to catch up to that as the game progresses for years and years. So if you're interested in this, please feel free to use it. We'll be providing a free link in the description below, as well as a link in the page that is about the channel itself. If you do like this product, I'd love to hear how it's working for you in the comments, and I would also invite you to provide any feedback if you think things could be tweaked or changed. If you notice any errors or issues that would be important to be corrected, please reach out. Let me know, whether it be through the YouTube comments, the Discord channel, or just finding a way to get in touch. We'd like to thank you for watching. If you found this video to be helpful, again, we are a growing channel. We really want to focus on building the community. Please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and even share this with your friends as you start to get your collections up and running. One of the things that my friends and I have done is create a separate spreadsheet just for ourselves, but each of us have our own tab, so we know who's got what cards and how we can trade back and forth. And I do want to give a shout out to Impostonator for helping me work on earlier versions of this spreadsheet, and really looking forward to seeing how the community likes it. So once again, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.